Ladies and gentlemen, it's gotten hot in Oklahoma. So it's finally been able to mow. It's dried up enough and got home about 3 o'clock today. It's almost 6 now. I spent a couple hours mowing and then I come out here and started putting the girl on a little more diet. And I'll turn the camera around here and show you what I got done. We're almost to the stage about ready to start building. So let's give you a little update and a look at it. So that cabinet's gone. That's the door to the outside. Still haven't got it open yet. I think the bottom latch is what's messed up in it. I don't know. Got to spend some time working on it. Of course, the outside side door. There's the HVAC box. The valves are turned off underneath the truck, and I just got to cut the hoses and everything. So I'm going to take all these little straps like right there and right there loose, get all them hoses down, set that outside. And I've already got the lines evacuated. So I'm just going to cut them loose. That way I don't have any of that PASG oil leaking inside here, because I'm sure there's some in the hoses, even though it's been evacuated. So as you can look, we still got the squad bench that's got to come out, and I still got other stuff here that I'm in the process of cleaning out. But we got the big cabinet out of the back. Got the CPR seat out. We got this cabinet out. So we are just about ready to start building back. I did find a hole over here, and you can see that bent support member there. That looks like probably somebody blew a tire and it took out that cross member or support member, whatever you want to call it, and took out the little bit of the floor there. So another thing I found, there's 30 years of dust everywhere in this, but if we look in the dust, it looks like I got a little critter that's running around in here. So I guess I'm gonna have to set a trap with some peanut butter, and maybe we can catch him and get him out of here. So not looking too bad. And this, like I said, this cabinet's gonna stay, and we're gonna put a countertop in it and make it look good. So all these gray wires here, they're gonna go. They are the flasher wires for the emergency lights, like here. That one I think is one of them as well. Anyway, the strobes or whatever. But all these gray wires are going to end up coming out. A good chunk of this wire is going to end up coming out. And hopefully there is a compartment right there under that HVAC module. There's a compartment there that you can access with that door open, and it's under the floor. I'm hoping to put my engine batteries there and not under the hood out there. I've already got cable to do that. I just gotta get that door open so that I can put the batteries in there and drill the hole in the cabinet to bring the cables in. This is this area right here where this is the higher up part of it, from like the top of that door right up there down will house a lot of my electrical, my solar charge controller, my inverter, those things. There will be a dinette sitting across here, and it will have 4 200 amp hour Power Queen lithium iron phosphate batteries under it to run the house. So that's what's going right there. So I talked about putting the power in that corner over there, and I'll try to use my little screen recording trick and use my Excel trick and show you kind of how I'm going to lay out my floor plan. All right, so kind of have to use your imagination like I've done in some of my other videos. I've used Excel to lay out here what I am doing for a floor plan, basically. So across the back here, let me move this out of the way. You can't see it, but it's in my way. So across the back here's the bed. Going to have a little area at the foot and at the head, or the head and the foot, or however you want to call it. And a little cabinet area, basically. There'll be storage underneath, accessible from the doors in the back. And then right here beside the bed, I'm going to put one of them 120 volt refrigerators. I think there's room that I can put one of the 7 to 10 cubic foot 120 volt refrigerators in there. I'm going to use a 120 volt refrigerator because it's just more economical, and I can spend a couple $100 on a small micro fridge, or whatever you want to call it, and put in there. And it runs off of 120 volts, which is a little inefficient when you're doing the inverter thing. But the refrigerator is so much cheaper, and you get a little more room, I feel like, for the money. So I'm willing to take that compromise. So here you see the cabinet area. So this little square here where the cursor is, I'm hoping the cursor shows up. This square is the oxygen compartment. Again, accessible from the outside. This bigger area is the shelving area, accessible from the outside. That is just forward of the oxygen compartment. And then this area here, there is a shelf, and then the original control panel for all the lights and stuff in the box. The brown area is kind of countertop that would actually wrap back up into this area underneath that overhead cabinet. And so that's kind of the cabinet that's still there, that is original to the ambulance. So we'll put a sink somewhere back here close to the fridge area, and it'll just be a single basin, like bar type sink, to wash a few dishes, that kind of thing. Be kind of a general purpose sink, not just a kitchen sink. I mentioned a dinette right behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat. So this is essentially the pass-through of the ambulance. And my intent is to build a seat here. I don't remember the exact dimensions. I think, let's see if it will let me. Looks like 20 by 24 is what that big square is 20 by 24. And the white one with the cross in it's basically the cushion on it, just kind of a visual. So 20 inches this way and 24 inches this way. And that design is meant because I've got a cassette toilet that I'm going to push up underneath there. And then so there'll be a doorway here. You open that door, the cassette toilet slides out. You can use a cassette toilet, slide it back in, and it stays tucked away underneath that dinette seat. This area here will still be open for the pass-through. We'll put like the old, some of your old pontoon boats and your overhead campers had a receiver in the floor for like a 3-inch pipe. So we'll do that here with the table cut to fit it. And then back over here, we got another 20 by 24 seat to make this dinette. I mentioned all the electrical for the inverter, the charge controller, all that. That's this area right here behind that dinette seat. And this is the step well for the door. So to give you a little idea, basically This is a top down that we've been looking at, and here's looking at it on the curbside, you know, the curbside entry door, that front compartment door, the back compartment door. Wheel well is going to be in this area. So basically you're looking at the outside where the squad bench is. I mentioned well, I don't know if I've mentioned it in the video yet or not. It depends on where I plug this in, but I've got a guy giving me a back seat out of a Ford Explorer, brand new, really nice. It's got seat belts built into it and everything, and it's got a pretty flat base on it, so I'll be able to mount it right in here with very little trouble, and I'll be able to mount it securely enough that you can have a third person ride there and be seat belted and everything. The intent with the dinette, the table will come down and lay down, and this will make a large sofa or a small bed. We have a special needs daughter that'll travel with us some, so she'll sleep here while she's an adult. She's not a very big adult, and she'll be able to sleep here. She'll be able to ride in the seat here. So I guess what I could do is just kind of put a box here indicating that seat, and I'm just gonna play a little game here, make it what I want it to look like. Now then, so the rest of all this will be open flooring. Haven't decided what I'm going to do for the flooring yet. Probably a vinyl plank floor of some sort, just easy and cheap. So now that I've kind of give you a visual of how I'm going to lay out the floor plan, we'll get back to the video and see what we come up with from there. But again, this cabinet behind me is going to stay put. That's going to get lowered down, and a bed across the back there. And then probably right here just aft of the side door will be a seat. Got a guy giving me a brand new Explorer rear seat that has pretty much a perfectly flat mounting base on it, so I'll be able to mount that there. It's got seat belts made into it and everything, so it's going to be pretty nice, hopefully. But stay tuned. We're getting closer to starting the build. When we start the build, I'm going to record all that. This deconstruction and demo, I don't see much need in recording that. So it's kind of all the same and kind of rum-dum. So we'll get you fired back up and let you see what we're building as we start building it.